Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, 99 family. And we are back again with another video for you guys. I want to thank you all for watching. If you're new to this channel, on this channel, we talk about business finance, personal finance, and professional development. If any of that piques your interest, please feel free to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can see all the upcoming videos that we have. Today we are going to be doing a requested video. It's a little bit different from the videos that I typically do because we are going to be reviewing a credit card. Usually I only do videos on cards that I have acquired. However, Mr. Terrence Pride, thank you for supporting the channel, recommended that I do this video and talk about this new card. So today we're going to be reviewing again the US Bank Altitude Go Visa Signature card, and I'm going to be telling you whether or not I feel like this card is overrated. So as you guys can see on the screen, I have the US Bank website pulled up. This particular card, we're going to call it the Go card for right now. The Go card has a 20,000 bonus point sign up offer right now. So if you look here, like you see this little one up here, whenever you see that little one right there, that means there's a condition. So it says you have to spend $1,000 in the first 90 days. That will give you a $200 value, which is 20,000 bonus points towards merchandise, gift cards, or potentially cash back. And even more importantly, is the great part about bold print, your points never expire. So that's even better because with certain cards, points expire. But with this card, you never have to worry about your points expiring. Then we're going to kind of get into some more of the bonuses. I want to give you guys an overview first before I really break it down and tell you my exact feeling. So you get 4 times points on takeout, food delivery, and dining, which is good if you go out to eat a lot or if you use, Uber Eats or Postmates or different things like that. Next, you get 2 times points back at grocery stores, grocery delivery, streaming services, and gas stations. So, fish gotta swim, man's gotta eat. You have to eat somewhere. So they got, 2 good bonuses back on eating. Most people, at least in my area, are not using public transportation. Down here in Florida, it's kind of harder to, depending on what part you live in. If you don't live in a big city, you're gonna have to pay for gas. And also streaming, most people now have a Netflix or a Hulu or something like that, so they're coming off good. Then we have this 1 times points, or 1 point per dollar on all other eligible purchases. That's another good spot to have, knowing that regardless of what you purchase, you will get at least 1 point. It's not a huge offer, but it is there. Then we have no annual fee. See, just smile saying that, no annual fee. You guys know I love no annual fee cards. Anytime you can have a card with no annual fee, that's a card that you can keep for a lifetime. That's a keeper card. So again, no annual fee with all the perks they've offered so far. Then boom, low intro APR. They offer a 0% APR on purchases and balance transfers for the first 12 billing cycles. So for the first year, 0% APR. So that's pretty good. Then it says after that, variable APR currently 14.99 to 23.99. Not the worst for a bank credit card. Not the best either. But it is better than some of the other cards that are out there. Then we have streaming bonus, $15 credit for annual streaming services, purchases such as Netflix and Spotify. Right now, that pays for about 1 month of Netflix, which is what 8.25% of your annual spending, roughly. So about 8% back on streaming. In addition to, it's about 10% back altogether because you get another 2% on streaming from here. So that's really not a bad category for this particular card. Then it just has this calculator down here where you can kind of figure out based upon what you spend. And then, of course, apply. And then all their good terms and services down here that we always overlook. But, you know, they are good to look into. The statement credit comes actually within 2 billing cycles after your 11th month. And eligible streaming services are Netflix, Hulu, Apple, and Apple Music. It also mentions Spotify. I'm sure there's some other ones. I would always call and check to make sure that that works. Another thing to look here at is it says rewards are earned on eligible net purchases. Net purchases are purchases minus credits and returns. So if you get credits or returns back, that's not going to count towards that $1,000 for that spending bonus. In addition, balance transfers, advances, and convenience checks are not going to count towards that either. So that's something else to think about. Let's see. It says here during the 0% intro APR offer. This is always something to look for. Right here it tells you that it does not, I repeat, it does not exclude cash advances. So your cash advance APR on this card is 25.99, which is like 26%. Then it says there's a cash advance fee of 4% of the amount or a $10 minimum. There's a convenience check fee of 3% of the check amount or $5 minimum, and a cash equivalent fee of 4% of each cash amount or $20 minimum. It also says that balance transfer fees are 3% of each transfer or a $5 minimum, and there's a $2 minimum interest charge if interest ever comes due on any of those types of transactions. So, you know, we've pretty much gone through everything on this card and, you know, kind of hit all the main points. We even went over the underlying things. And I think, yeah, that's the only thing we really missed. Your cash back, if you redeem it, it comes back either as a statement credit or a deposit to your U.S. bank savings or checking account with a minimum redemption value of $25, 2,500 points. So yeah, let's kind of get into this now that we've broken this card down. How do I feel about this card? I feel like this card actually, instead of being overrated, in a sense it's underrated because you have a great sign-up bonus. You only have to spend $1,000 and you're getting $200 back. So that's a 20% return on investment, and on top of that, that's money that you're already spending. So you can't really beat that. I feel like everyone spends at least $300, $333 a month at this point. I feel like there's very few people who don't, like, because you have to eat, you know, you have to do all these other, you know, normal things, you know, pay any bills you have or anything like that. So it's kind of rough to say that someone wouldn't naturally hit that $1,000. in 3 months. If you're in that situation, then that's lovely. If you can manage to live under $300 a month, please let me know where you're living, because I need to move in. No annual fee. You can't beat a card out with no annual fee pretty much ever. And then on top of that, it's hitting a 0% intro offer, which you guys know I love, because that allows you to take advantage of that offer of not having interest for 12 months, where you could take the money off this card, use it, invest it in something else, and get a return on it, and you're using someone else's money. And that I personally always look at and love. That's just one of those things that you can't beat out. I personally don't have any streaming services, so the streaming bonus doesn't look that great to me. I do have Hulu, but it's through my phone company. So, I don't send the money to Hulu. It goes through my phone service. So, I wonder, what else. I'd have to call them and figure out what else could kind of take the place, or if I could use that bonus, with it being part of my phone plan. If so, that's another $15. That's great. 1%, the one-time points on everything isn't really great. You can get that out of a lot of different cards. However, it still is a good option to have, and have as a backup card always. Takeout, food delivery, and dining. I'm not very big on that. You guys know that, because I talk about being a minimalist, and saving your money and not spending it unnecessarily. But every once in a while, I do eat something that's takeout, and it would be good, that when I do get that extra point versus using my more rewards that gives the 3 points back, 3 times instead of 4 times. But it's not it's not the worst or the best category. It's really a lifestyle thing at that point. And then the 2 times at grocery stores, I love that, because grocery stores and gas stations, I feel like that's the common area. I feel like that's what kind of makes a card or breaks a card, is how much it's offering in that particular area, because that's where I feel like most funds are commonly spent, is on eating and transportation. And if you can do that, I definitely love that. With that being said, yes, I would definitely recommend this card, if you're able to get it. I do not feel that this card is super overrated. I feel like it's actually, it actually meets the hype that's out there about it, because it has a sign up bonus and a low intro offer. And those two colliding, there's another card that I'm going to talk to you guys about that also kind of mimics this system. And when those two collide, you get that sign up bonus and that 0% offer. You can't beat it. I think that 0% offer is overlooked a lot of the times, especially when we're trying to consolidate debt or pay off old debts. That can definitely help us, in addition to making personal investments. That 0% intro offer is definitely valuable. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.